Hey, thanks for joining us today, the Live Music Nation Podcast Festival Edition. I'm your host, Jake Gill. Today we are with the wonderful Betty Smits, and she is part of the Turtle Hill Folk Festival. Betty, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Betty, give us a little background on you. Where'd you grow up? Talk a little bit about your family and your career and your position here with the festival.
I grew up in Buffalo, New York until I was about 25, and then I moved to Rochester, New York, and I've been here ever since. I grew up in a musical household. My great uncle played mandolin in a band, and my dad played guitar. So every Sunday afternoon, old Italian family, we had pasta for dinner and music afterwards.
Oh my gosh, I'm in. Where's this guy?
But nobody taught me to play anything. It wasn't until I was 40 that I picked up a mountain dulcimer and said, I can play this. And it had 4 strings on it. So I started playing the hammered dulcimer, which has 65 strings.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. That's so cool. You've got the roots, you've got the family, and that just fires the passion. Okay, let's jump into the festival. First of all, when is your festival?
It's the second weekend in September every year for 52 years. This year it's September 8th and 9th, and it's a weekend festival. It's usually 3 days, but this year we decided to make it 2 days because we had quite a loss last year, and we don't think that people are quite ready to come out after COVID.
Yeah.
So we have 2 performers doing concerts Friday night and 2 performers and an opening act on Saturday night. And then we have workshops all day Saturday that are led by our performers.
Gotcha.
So the workshops are either performance-based, where there might be 4 songwriters in the round and they just do their own music, or technically based, where you take your own instrument and learn how to play something.
Okay.
A lot of fun.
Give us answers to these 3 questions. So I always ask these 3 when people are describing their event. What does it look like? What does it sound like? And what does it smell like? Meaning food, vendors, things like that.
Okay, it's held at the Rotary Sunshine Camp in Rush, New York.
Okay.
And it's a fully accessible campus. We move in for the weekend. They have bunkhouses. They have a camping area, so people field camp or stay in the bunkhouses or local motels.
Okay.
We use as many buildings as we can. We have 2 workshop areas and then a main stage concert. And we have sing-arounds after the concert. So people play music until 2 or 3 in the morning. I usually go to bed. People move it, and we have so much fun. We have a food truck this year, so with the best menu. So we're gonna just eat. Our audience pays for food and music.
Yeah.
They buy like crazy still, even though the younger people don't use CDs anymore.
Right.
And we're going to have the best food this year. So it's exciting.
Talk a little bit about your workshops and why that's so important for you guys.
Well, it helps people, it grounds them. If they already have, there's a lot of guitar workshops, but then we've had fiddle, banjo, bass, drumming. It just helps people to ground in wherever their skill level is. And a lot of people walk in and say, I'm never playing guitar again because the performers are so good. But they walk out, knowing it with a goal in mind. I can play that well, or I can play that song. And we also include local people. We have a lot of talent in Rochester, and we include our local members in the as workshop presenters along with professionals. So they get to interact and plan workshops. And this year we're planning a members showcase jamming area. And we're going to have our members sign up because they say that they don't play enough music over the weekend. And we're also inviting the Submarine School of Music And that's lessons, a school that offers lessons. So they're kids who are already involved in folk music, and they have a folk music string ensemble that they practice once a week. So we're going to join them next month, and then we are inviting them to lead a workshop. And we're hoping they'll bring their families because they're people who are already invested in music.
Yes, 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 yes. How did you learn? Did you teach yourself?
Yes, I didn't read music when I picked up this instrument of 65 strings. I had never really played anything. And we had a club that met once a month, the Flower City Dulcimer Club, and we taught each other. And then I just had this drive and this passion. So I was with a band for 9 years, so that involved practicing and learning tunes.
Yep.
A lot of work, but it's so enjoyable.
No, that's perfect. All right, Betty, because I am in live music and live entertainment, I always ask these two questions at every interview. Number one, what is the best concert you've seen your entire life?
Willie Nelson. I keep going back to Willie. What a performer he is.
That's fantastic.
Florida a couple of years ago, and I thought, you still have it, Willie.
Oh man, no kidding. All right, dead or alive, you could bring one musical act to the Turtle Hill Folk Festival. Who would you bring?
Arlo Guthrie.
Ooh.
We did in the last few years, we did two major concerts. We had Judy Collins, and we had Peter Yarrow from Peter, Paul, and Mary.
Oh, gosh.
Honestly, I followed that man around, and he's just magic. He invited us up on stage to sing Puff the Magic Dragon with him. The people over 65 were in tears because we grew up with him. What a wonderful man. And Judy Collins was just spectacular. So if we could produce another huge concert like that, but Arlo isn't touring anymore. So.
Yep, that's it. Betty, how do people find out more about the Turtle Hill Folk Festival?
goldenlink.org.
goldenlink.org. All right.
We have registration, and you can purchase tickets online. This year, we're just having online purchase. We're trying to keep down the amount of, things we have to do at the festival because we need volunteers. We're trying to draw young people in, and young people, they don't volunteer like we used to. Yeah.
Well, your generation was sometimes called volunteers. They were incentivized by their parents with a butt whooping if they didn't get out there and do something. So that's great. No, Betty, I'm just teasing as you go through it. Betty, thanks for joining us today. I appreciate it very much.
Well, thank you.
Well, baby, I'm on it with a bottle of wine.